a second. Cool, yeah, looks good. Testing. Cool, yeah, looks good. Perfect. Alright, let me do a bit of advertising to plug my stream. And the other thing I can do is already set up. What do we need? Where is it? Notepad++. Give me. And I can close Firefox now. And we should be good to go. Let me just advertise a bit. Going to... There we go. Going to be streaming some map scripting. Actually, I am streaming. And link. There we go. General. Put it there. And we can take a look. So the map that I want to work on / finish is already mostly done. But the last time I worked on this was before the patch that allowed these things to be indestructible. So let's not do the scenario editor. We need a single player match. Huns. Sure, actually I'll keep Huns. I don't need houses. That's good. Sure, post imp will be on the same team. Easiest, ultra high. Sure. Reveal map all visible is good. No, I need here. Because there are some things we can do now that weren't possible before. So let's do that. Ports 2 is there. We're good to go. I feel like my playlists... We already listened to this one. Let's go to the next song. Actually, we can listen to some Huns music while we wait for this to load. And the game crashed. Why? Why did it crash? Well... Am I doing something? That's... I wonder if that's just a fluke or if it was something with the script. Bottom line is we no longer need to set... I had all this code to set armor and hit point regeneration because it wasn't possible to make Gaia buildings indestructible at the time. That is not the case anymore. So we can massively clean up all of this code. And let's skip the intro. Generating. We're not going to submit a report. It's probably my script that's at fault. Now, before I load this, let's just clear out this stuff. Because we no longer need any of that. Harbor fortification, yeah. House I. Alright, yeah, we'll just clear out all of that. DLC fence. Seawall. Harbor fortification. Alright. So we'll start by doing that. And we'll see if it crashes now. It shouldn't, but it shouldn't have crashed the other time either. There we go, it didn't crash now. I'm not sure, maybe it was just a fluke. An actual crash. Let's see, how many... I in fact have no viewers. But I am streaming on a Monday night. Pretty late for European times, but I had an early shift. So right now I should be able to... Huh, looks like I'm still giving some buildings extra stats. Or am I not running ports too? What is the map name? Ports 2. Huh. Oh, it looks like I can no longer attack anything. Because I must have already added the make indestructible. Nice. I already added that before. So the basic idea, let's see if we can still trade with the indestructible dock. And then this is perfect. If this works, then we're in good shape. Then the other thing I need to do is I'm not convinced. I made this beautiful island, but I'm not convinced this is actually a good idea to have the wood be like this. I thought it would be cool, and it is. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I need a bit of advice. How's my trading ship, trade cock doing? Can I? Oh, I don't have a dock. That would of course be a problem. Alright, so actually I deleted the code for displayed armor. That is something I should put back into here, so let's get our original ports map. That was a version 1. And we'll do attribute shown. It's doing, it's 1,000, isn't it? So we're gonna do this for all of our buildings. And then we'll do it a couple more times for the other, for dock. The reason why you have FC and... Actually, am I using all of these? This was this a post-imp start? These are Dark Age docks. Post-imp start. I guess I was worried that they would turn into later versions. Maybe I don't need to do this for the other... Or maybe... Yeah, well, maybe at the time, if the game started in Castle Age or something, then it would be a problem. It doesn't seem to be an issue now. Ah, well, this will be fine. So we'll just do dock I as well. And we'll set the armor for the sea tower too and everything else. So we dock I, sea tower. We just set the armor of everything to 1,000 so it doesn't show the plus 970 something. Yeah. And we have Fortress Castle, yeah. It's purely cosmetic because you can't actually target any of these things. But we'll just quickly do that. What I really need is I need to decide if I want to have the swampy outside terrain around the islands or not. Or if I maybe just... Let's play some more music again. Yeah. If I want to just turn that into a normal land. It's sad because I put in all the effort into doing it, but I think that might actually be the better choice. Seawall. Did we do seawall yet? No. Seawall. We're going to need to do DLC fence. And house I. It seems I didn't do the other houses because we only have imperial houses here. Then we should be good to go to do another test run on this. So we'll see. Alright, so now... I'm just not sure if I want all this wood exposed. Maybe... The alternative would be to make this like a land terrain. And still have all the trees there. I don't know. So those are called lighthouses. Seawall, port, house, harbor fortification, harbor fortification. Nice. And you can trade with this to make money. We'll test that one more time and we should be good to go. Whoa. I mean, this is definitely, it's geared towards being a full water map. The question is, can I afford to have this accessible or not? Maybe I'll need to ask people for advice on that. We can work on the resources already, though. Let's see. So it picks up 21 gold. And zooms over to our dock. So weird dock hanging off the edge of the map. And we got gold. Nice, nice. So that's all working more or less as expected.
Амар минь дүү би болгоо ёо. Захир
Like it leaves you extremely vulnerable to losing water control if I set things up like this. Sure, you can quick wall and stuff, or even build, you know, a tower out here. That was my original idea. But what we clearly need is, how much wood is on these? 100. I don't know. I just don't know if the right answer might rather be to... Let's see if the AI builds on the mangrove terrain at all. The AI did build lumber camps there. Also, I think this beach bit might be a bit confusing. Maybe we can put some other terrain there. Let's take a gander at what we're doing. So that part's fine. Beach sand, on-grid placeholder, sure. Seawall, boarding galley. Are we gonna place a boarding galley anywhere? No. Fortress, castle, city wall. That code is all set. This is where it gets interesting. So we're doing mangrove shallow to start with. Jungle grass on that. Beach sand. Desert. Palm desert. What if we put something else there? Like, what can I put instead of sand? Like the brown water. I'll need to check what the idea is on that. Maybe something like that. Oh my goodness. I'm really getting a lot of these coming in right now. Much as I'd love to buy followers, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Oh, I was doing some experiments with Make Indestructible on other things. Alright. Yeah, we need to clear up a bit more code. Let's terrain, AOE2 terrain spreadsheet. We're doing fine here, and I think I want a different playlist actually, so let's see what else can I listen to. Angry Rock. Cinematic. Epic. That'll do. That's another one. Yeah. Bit loud, let's go like that. And we'll go to the editor. Ports 2. The honest question is whether I should just should I make all this wood worth like 1,000? And just say that this is the building space that you get. And if you want to control wood, well, you need some water control one way or another. I kind of like the idea that there's some amphibious terrain. Definitely because it's a water map, I think we need to increase the amount of wood. So let's try just off the top of my head. Actually, no, not off the top of my head. We'll copy code from somewhere else. Be smart about this. Somewhere around here it should be. Where's the bit further up? Oh boy, I have too much silly code that does other things. No respawning resources. This one here. Effect amount, Gaia set attribute, tree class attribute, storage value. So the idea is to make sort of an interesting water map. Now here we already have infinite gold. We'll make the trees have 500 wood, so that the amount of wood is not limiting here. It's really about just maintaining control somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not quite satisfied with this. I'm gonna have to ask for some people who have a better idea of balance. Right, let's move on though. I wanted to do something about this beach terrain there. So my area, if I look at my terrain sheet, if we just mix in some muddy shallow instead, let's do that. Muddy shallow. Maybe? Is that the look I'm going for? What if we just straight up did like grass? No. Or something like DLC new shallow. I think originally I wanted to make a sandbank around the outside, but that doesn't really work. Alright, DLC new shallow looks uninspired, invisible. I want to try water brown. Water brown is 96. Const test 96. Test. Nice. Yeah, this I've done on other maps, but also with actual water on it doesn't seem that great. How about like bogland or something? DLC Bogland, yeah. It's not quite. How about I was doing DLC Beach 2. I think that's the one I was doing. Do I try the wet beach? All right, where's the wet beach as a terrain? DLC wet beach. Wet beach. Let's try that one. No, that just doesn't look good. Where's the alternative if we did that? Or I do some sort of rice farm. I think I'm not at that point yet. We're gonna do wet sand 80. If we do something like that, that sort of gives the impression of there being some sandbars. Yeah, I almost feel that this shouldn't be. Because the idea right now is that players can build docks. I said dock, not donjon. Behind their woodlines crawl, and sort of have like a safe dock that they can easily defend with towers and stuff. It's purely speculative as to whether this would work as gameplay or not, but I'd like to think it might. So what if we said the trains are okay like this? And I don't put forests here because I want to leave this available for building space. It's going to require players to wander out though to actually. I'll give each player a small woodline made of object trees. How about that? That's a good deal. Wet beach. Yeah, we'll do that. Beach sand. Alright, we don't want an indestructible town center. We don't want an indestructible scout. We don't want an indestructible forestry. I was just testing, I guess, what different things would be like if they were indestructible. Trade cog. Should players start with a trade cog? The answer is surely no. We no longer need the elite cannon galleon either. This is all the stuff that's related to the Gaia city. So I just need an example map to copy stuff from now. Like that. Put in a comment for this. Gaia ports. All right. Player objects. Cool. So. Maybe I should start players with the trade cog, but then they'd immediately be getting gold. No, there needs to be a decision to do that. This is why I just put a lot of wood on the trees, because otherwise it wouldn't be fair that sometimes there's more or less available. Should I make it closer to the edge of the map? Nah. Alright, we'll do objects in a second, I think. I think we're about at that point. Let's see. So ports 1, I don't need new 1. That's from AoE 4. Pop that over there. Random map back, random map def, Arabia beta, land resources. Don't need land resources, Inc. Hyperrandom is not a good example. Nomad. Well, I'm messing around with Nomad. We don't need that. No. F Seasons Inc. Nothing version 3. Nature is the other map we want to work on. Change law we don't need. Alright, so I need a map that I can... So let's look at like... random... I'll turn up the volume again, it's a bit loud. Well, I'll turn it down here. Yeah, let's look for random river. Mods local, yeah. That'll do. Water Wars, no. Barrier Reef, Coastal Beaches. I can look at Coastal Beaches. That's a pretty standard-ish map to steal some code from. Just copy some code like that. Yeah, because we don't need any of this stuff. Let's go like that. So that's basically regicide and normal starting res taken care of. I always like doing this sort of circular thing at the beginning. So it is possible to have a super snaky wood line like that. I think we can live with that though. I guess the other thing I should test is more players. So 3v3, yeah. And it's not equal, but there is enough. And the ports are in all the corners. This is iffy, ending up with a situation like that. Can I do anything about that, though? That's the question. Where are we creating the lands? Create player lands. I could use circle radius. This might be a good time to use it. Circle radius. Now we have to check what the default is for that, so that I have my own documentation to refer to. So, circle radius. Percentage of the map width, 0 will disable circle radius. The standard radius for unconstrained lands is probably around 40. So we do 40. It's an islands map. There honestly doesn't need to be any randomness. We can do 40 with 0. Yeah, something like circle radius 40, 0. We could do 1, 1 just to have a bit of variance. That, though, is very close to the edge of the map. Too close for my liking. So, we're going to get rid of the variance, and we're going to call it 35. I feel like that is a distance that I can live with. Let's just generate a few of these. Let's check what it looks like in 1v1 again. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this sort of bite in there. Can we call it more like 32? Or 30 even? I think this, for 1v1, that seems alright as a circle radius. Not cutting too much into anything. Yeah, this is the thing, like I can't rely on these forests existing at all. If things get particularly thin, which they sometimes do. I also am not sure that I want a border of 9 on tiny. Let's make it more like 8. Yeah, just to make things a bit thicker. There's still enough room to sail around and do stuff. Yeah, I think something like this works. Works pretty well. So, we'll go through all the sizes again. Let's see if we can't finish this map today. Yeah, map. Players 3, map size 3. Let's go. The thing is, sometimes you've got that where it takes a bite out of existing lands. Why is that happening? So I say if it's a one-player game, we see 2 or 4 islands. Then we say island 1. Those are the different offsets. Yeah, the thing is, it's a bit close. What do I currently have the circle radius set to? Can we get away with setting it even closer? 30. Or do I make the base size a bit smaller? I don't want too big of a bite, though, out of these bases. What do we just allow? Alright, let's see how often that happens. To be honest, it works better when these things are in the corner rather than if they're in someone's town. It's not problematic often, but it sometimes is. Now if I do something like this, remove circle radius. Then we have even worse. So that's without circle radius. We absolutely do need circle radius. Let's put it on 28. Oh, let's try 29. Alright, we're gonna leave it at 30. And just test more generations. The other option would be to say on 3 that we don't allow file and 2. Why was I always in the corners on the tiny map? Maybe I don't allow it on small maps either. Else if small map. If I did something like that, then it would always be in the corners for small map as well. Then we're pretty well set. We can try medium. And medium things are already considerably bigger. I think for visual appeal, I'm also going to turn off. Why do I still have grid lines on? Is it a mod? Oh, I think I disabled it in the wrong place. Yeah. Even in the worst case, it's not taking a huge slice out of the bases. Alright, let's see how it looks if we did 6 players. What will absolutely break it is putting too many players on too small of a map size. But overall, that looks fine. Let's take a look here. At this point, things are big enough that this shouldn't be a problem. I mean, in a case like this, your wood is pretty exposed. I think to be super competitive, this map would need Well, to be super competitive, we'd have to always have the things be in the corners, I would say. Yeah, but screw it. Then let's take 7 players. Only 8 player size. Let's just put 8 players on the 8 player size. All of them have, you know, some wood lines somewhere. I better offer some really juicy wood close to the TC, or maybe like one tree that's infinite. Maybe I offer like one straggler that's infinite for each. Saying we have the code for that as well. It's from Water Wars. Where is it though? Create object, oak tree. Yeah, let's give each player a... do something like that. And just gave them an infinite oak tree. One infinite oak tree, mind you. Gold is already infinite because you can trade. Yeah, okay. Well, we can do that. We'll have to test it in game to make sure it's proper, but... Let's check another. There's another map we can look at for this. This would be some sort of desert. What was it called? One of my desert maps. Nami Danakil. No. Pamiers. Why am I drawing a blank here? It's the salt. Umal Samim is what I want. Yeah, that's the one. I could just make the tree respawn. That's the code I want. Set attribute oak tree. And what's the ID of an oak tree? Probably like 350 or so. Constants. Resources. $349. That was close. Alright, cool. And to test it, we're actually not going to minus 400. Cool. That's 8 players on an 8-player map. What if we did a giant map with 8 players? Because let's face it, giant is how you should actually play 8 players. Yeah, if I wanted to do things properly, I'd always put them in the corners. Maybe that's what I should actually be doing. Maybe that's what I should actually be doing. But I'm not going to do it. I think this is good. And now, the big stress test. Wireless. Interesting. Okay, well, we end up with a huge... The map is not designed for Ludicrous. At all. Let's face it's probably not going to be played on Ludicrous either. So we can likely not worry about that too much. Let's do... We did 8 players on a 4-player map. That's when it breaks down. Alright, cool. I think we're set with this stuff. What else are we going to give players? We were copying stuff from coastal beaches. Near forage, near gold, medium gold, far gold. I want an islands setup though. Which map do I have that has islands? Actually, not many is the real answer. Let's copy it from Hyperrandom. It's good to be able to copy random pieces of code around. Battle Royale, not Battle Royale, not Empire Wars. Standard starting units, yes please. Sudden death, we're not going to be using Nomad setup. Sudden death, flags. We're not going to bother with that either. Walls we don't need. Alright. Random starting units, nope. No scattered relics. Evenly spaced relics. Use DE relic balance. We don't want any of those. We're going to replace a relic for each player. We're going to do this quite easily. We're just going to do create object relic. Place for every player, min distance to players, 8 or something, so that it's not. Let's make it more like 12, so it's not in farming space. We'll go something like 30. Get rid of all that code. And see if that generates some relics for us. It does. let's make it a bit more so there's actually a chance that you steal them. And then we do if to player game number of objects 2. Else if 3 player game number of objects 2. And if so now if we were to reduce the number of players, then each one should have 2 on their island. I feel like I want to get rid of the maximum. We'll make the maximum more like 45 and the minimum 20 to really and then we'll do like we'll add something as well. Avoid forest zone 1. Just to make sure it doesn't get trapped in the mangrove trees. And we need a temp and distance group placement of 20. We don't want them super close to each other. Good. Alright, good. So we've got the relics. What else do we want here? Well, we actually need near forage, near gold, medium gold, far gold, near stone, far stone. All sound like things that we want. We're gonna make that DLC orange bush. Orange bush. There are no cliffs to worry about. Same thing here, we don't have any cliffs to worry about. An island map, we don't actually. We're not gonna do that. We don't need to do that code. Let's just do this. The other thing, it seems it won't leave the beach area anyway, so we might as well just, for these far ones, just go more or less like that. Maybe we can do this in a better way as well. Instead of having a near, medium, and far, 7, 4, 4. 7 plus 4, 4 is 7 plus 8, which is 15. So if we divide that 3 ways, it will be 5, 5, 5. 5. Number of groups 3. Temp mid-distance group placement 8. So we did something like that. We just do we do the same thing for the stone. Say 5, number of groups 2. 13, we'll say 20 here, and then we go 10, something like that. Alright, some code like that, and let's go back to, actually we can continue testing 4 players. And I should allow the resources to be closer. They should be relatively close. If we did something like this, find closest. And we do the same thing here. Something like this. Let's take a look at what that does with I think we can skip find closest here and just do. No, we won't skip it. If we do something like that. I just don't want them in quite such a regular pattern. Alright, we're gonna skip find closest. Stone I actually want close so that it really doesn't get denied. I'll allow things to be a bit closer again. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good. Then we're gonna also want some sheep. What kind of sheep would there be in like a tropical island? Let's see what we've got on offer. Goose. We want geese. Deer and boar, we'll just grab all of that code. Maybe we'll skip the deer. Yeah, maybe we'll skip the deer actually. Sheep, this is going to be DLC. DLC goose. Number of objects, 1. Oh, that's the cow, isn't it? Alright. Let's go. We're just gonna do geese everywhere. I guess we could also do pigs. DLC pig. Then the geese will be... What did I copy here? I feel like I copied some sort of weird code. What was else? 1. Number of objects 2. I feel like something's missing here. If sheep is cow, create 3. Why am I only creating 1 sheep there? feel like that should actually be 2, shouldn't it? I have that written down somewhere as well for Empire Wars, what the sheep distribution should be. Empire Wars. Well, not for Empire Wars, for standard resources. One group of 2 plus 1 is what we want to do if the sheep are cows. So in that case, that code should be a 2 there, and then a 1. We'll fix that. Yeah. There we go. Now we'll do the same thing here. We want 2 geese like that. And honestly, just do number of groups 2. Temp and distance group placement 14. Let's do something like that. 18 to 27 to actually encourage scouting. I don't know, we won't overdo it. Just go with 18 to 23. And are we gonna skip the deer? Do we give a transport ship instead of a scout? No, we give a scout. And do we give deer though? I think we don't give deer. Because we have to give deer, zebra, ostrich, or ibex, none of which I want on my tropical island. If at all, it would be deer, but we're not doing that. But what can we pick here? An elephant, a rhino, a javelina, I think is what we want. Don't have to worry about cliff zones. We'll just go like that. Good, that should be the boars dealt with. Let's take a look. We have 2 boars, we have a couple geese, and the pigs. The rest of the island is just going to be wood. And there's not going to be any additional gold because trade. And I want to encourage trade. Boar type, predator type, no. Scattered resources, no. We should make some deeper water somewhere. Extra animals. Let's do fish and then we'll do the extra animals. Place 5th relic. And what other code do I need? I need the fish code. It's at the end. want the default fish code though. Where's my standard fish code? Straggler trees. Ah, that's an interesting point. We should put some palm trees. Yeah. Grab some straggler code. We're gonna do palm tree. Number of objects. Let's give each player like 15 of those. Give them a temperament distance group placement of 3. And terrain to place on. Terrain to place on each sand. Try that. I want them further in, actually. I want them not on beach sand, but on whatever the other terrains are that I have just floating around here. Ports doesn't need elevation. Desert. Desert. Well, that would put it... Or how about this terrain here? That's like dirt something. Dirt 2. Dirt 2. If we do something like that. Just a few to improve the scenery. And the middle part I just want to leave free for whatever buildings players do want to put there. I could put reeds at the absolute edge, or just anywhere, but... I think I won't fill the holes in the mangrove jungle. We're not going to work with any elevation. We definitely need something to mix into the water here. And also each player should get a few stragglers. Let's say if we did like 10 like this, and then we gave each player another 10 on desert. Yeah. Alright, we need to do something with the water. To make that look nice. Where can I steal some water code from? That, on the other hand, I could steal from coastal beaches. Perfect water. Let's go. I could just use this code, honestly, for the water. Yeah, let's do that. Birds. I almost forgot those. Car. Or that's not how you spell it. Car. What other options would we consider? We wouldn't consider any other options. Is the bottom line here. And we have 6 because we like having lots of birds on our maps. All right. We are nearing conclusion, I'd say. Placed our birds. We need fish. It is a water map. Water maps have fish. Stragglers we did. Yes. If I just copy this code one for one. I'm gonna have to change that to shore fish. Deep fish, D. What's it gonna be in terms of fish? Marlin 1 and Marlin 2. Marlin 1. If we did something like that. And then we don't produce these fish yet. Let's see how that looks. Let's try that. So the shore fish are basically we're gonna ignore shorefish. We're not gonna have any shorefish. And we might just have deep fish, honestly. Or we fill the gaps with, like, Dorado, probably. Tuna, snapper, Dorado. We're gonna fill it with Dorado. Dorado. If I did something like that. What about these fish under here? I don't really like that. Can we prevent that? In distance to players? What radius are we putting this wall at? Actor area 11. Radius 11. So we say that the fish should be at least 12 away. Try that. Well, that just had no effect. Well, that's fine. We have another option there. We can avoid actor area 11. Avoid actor area 11. That's also having a lot less effect than I expected it to. Let's try 12. Let's avoid actor area 12. Alright, that seems to be doing a better job of more or less keeping the fish out of the Gaia ports. Is this too little fish for fishing to be worth it? I think it's a good amount of fish. Alright, I would say we are ready to do some more testing. This map is it's gonna be called Trade Winds. Trade Winds. Something like that, that'll do for now. What other information do my maps normally have at the top of them? We're not placing any on-grid placeholders. While I could place crocodiles, I think I won't. Hudson Islands map will be merciful. co-op some more information here, though. Yeah, learn about random app scripting. We'll put that in there. I think I have a tiny URL for that, don't I? But I don't need it for this specific case. Alright. Are we done? Try Roundish Islands. Yeah, we don't need to do any more of that. We're gonna call it Trade Winds. Those shallows, terrain island, encircle, terrain, Saturn rings, mangroves are an external, no external islands, there's no room for those. Idea skeletons, add pirates. I think we are not going to add pirates just yet. Fun as it would be to have like boarding boats in each of those dock neutral areas. Or maybe I should. No, we're not gonna add pirates. Alright, well, let's generate. Let's make it a 4v4 when we show it off. Or make it a 3-player map. When we show for the show off. We'll do 4 players or 2. So overall, oh, that's one thing I still need to do. So that tree should respawn.
Timo.
We have to watch that. This will be interesting. Alright, let's take a look. So one of them then goes and runs off in that case, so I think we just want to have it. We'll make it a mega high. $29,500. Let's do that.
Written by Moss Chun.
Perfect. Now I just want a nice generation to take a full map screenshot of. With Capture Age. I feel like it's crashing. Well, it crashed again. Overall, though, I think it's a good time for me to call it a night anyway. I would say thanks everyone who did stop by. If you want to ask or say something, now would be a good time before I finish the stream, I'd say. And I will go take a full map screenshot on my own time, because I don't think my computer can handle... Well, actually it can handle Capture Age, I know that, but... I guess we could still do that. Am I set up to show Capture Age? I might actually be... I guess I could do that still. Because I did set up Capture Age. So we can try that. While we listen to Buccaneers March. I think it's time to listen to something new. Not to the intro. We've seen that enough times already. Let me close Firefox. Trying to load into a map. I just hope it's not due to like the dock hanging off the corner or something like that. It could be that. It could be that that's what crashes it. I don't know though. I think this is, we can show off this generation. So what we do now is we just have that. And I'm going to have to go and activate Capture Age on this. Oh, actually Capture Age is active. Perfect. So now we're going to go to single player load game. Replays. Why is it called Rec now? Interesting. They changed their naming format for replays. Spectate with Capture Age. My Capture Age is going to want to update, probably because I haven't used it in a while. Oh no. Waiting for renderers and stuff. Now if we do Alt-O, that's the view I want. Is that not cool? That looks pretty cool. Now, we need snipping tool. You can't see this because I'm not capturing snipping tool on my window, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm No, I need a bigger one than that. Let's try start up here, yeah. And I've taken a nice, we'll call it trade winds PNG. Save that to my desktop. All right. And quit cap trade. Quit the current game. And I would say that is actually going to be the end of my stream. I'll add this map to my map pack next time I update. I still need to make an icon for it, but that should go pretty quick now that I have the screenshot. And it'll be in my map pack soon. Yeah. Thanks everyone who was here. Have a good evening.